public, I am hearing somebody broke trust. They were pretending to be nice to somebody and then took advantage, and they did something behind that person's back. And it's coming up in the form of what happened in the 1950s alien spacecraft landing, how we pretended to be nice to the aliens and then we took captive of them. We took parts of their DNA. It'd be like this: if the plane crashed, their spacecraft, whatever, landed, crashed, and then, we go out to help them. And but instead of like helping them, we then take them to a facility and we're taking their blood and stuff as if it's a hospital, but it's not. And then, you know, using their bodily fluids to then do all sorts of different tests and stuff, and then keeping them forever like locked away, and then stealing their spacecraft and stuff like that. But I always talk about how history repeats itself, and I was just sitting here and a whole bunch of stuff started coming up about how the throat chakra is being healed because we are deciding to speak our truth, and our truth is the sword equaling the word of God. And our truth is the word of God. Your truth is the word of God. So speaking that will protect you from a lot of things, no matter what. But it was just crazy thinking that since history and cycles repeat itself, what the heck is going on now? Because I'm hearing betrayal, like betrayed. Somebody lied. Somebody's not telling the truth. And it feels like somebody pretending to be nice, but they're not. So I don't know who that message is for, but I feel like it's definitely for somebody out there. Whether it's my life, I'm gonna look into it, but that could also be a word for somebody else's life, that somebody trying to be nice and they are actually using you for what I'm gonna say your light. They are using you for your extraterrestrial vibes. they are using you, but somebody has betrayed you. Yeah, and if I'm seeing the truth from 1950s, then I feel like as a collective, something truthful is going to happen. And I also feel like it's going to happen in our personal life as well. So be prepared to hear somebody communicating the truth. I think you're going to take it as calm as I'm taking it, like, oh well, dang, that's crazy. It's good to finally know. I feel like it will be a weight lifted, because now we can really start to fix things. People will then be held accountable and responsible for things that they have done, because definitely, and look, stealing people's bodily fluids for some reason just seems to be coming up in my vibes lately, whether that is stealing people's organs for the black market or trying to have a baby with somebody by force. Those are the vibes. Someone is, and then like every time I look outside of this range, all I see is blue everywhere. I don't want to like pick up everything that I see, but everything is so blue. My jacket, this lid, this purse, my Fiji water, just everything. If I look outside, is blue, and we know that is the throat chakra. So somebody's communicating the truth, but I also think, with that being said, with it always comes good and bad. You know, there's a storm and then there's a rainbow. So you gonna get the storm truth first, and then you gonna get the rainbow truth after. And that rainbow truth, whoo, Lord. The rainbow truth is God's promise. So be prepared for that. That's beautiful. Hey, I always say that too. I'm always like, give me the bad news first so that you can brighten me up with the good news. But I don't think the bad news is just like the bad news is just going to put things in perspective for you. And you're going to be like, all right, cool. But those people that put their hand in the lying and the deceiving and doing all the crazy stuff, like, you'll hear the truth, but just know that those people that put up these facades, that put these blocks in your way, you about to see who your enemies are. Basically you gonna see it in some way, shape, or form. And it could be enemy, it could be enemies, this could be your job, this could be, I mean, the energy is very, you know, this can happen and show up and manifest in any type of way in your life, but it will put your life into a perspective that was needed. It's going to release a lot of bondages. It's going to free you. It's going to, like, kind of hurt though, but it's going to be a really good pain. And right after, and I mean right after, just don't set in that mindset for very long. Just know it's like, because you ain't gonna die, you ain't gonna be hurt. I mean, you're gonna be hurt emotionally, but not physically. You have to then just, okay, I am grateful, I am thankful, and just keep it moving. Stay in a good mindset. Ignore the 3D, because God's promise is coming. All the things that you wish for, all the things that you hope for, those conversations, those times that you cried on your knees, like, but this perspective has got to be put in place first. And I think it's so that you never go back to your past self again, because God is about to birth a new creation into your life. I do believe that we are being rebirthed, and as a woman, I'ma just tell you, the birthing process sucks. It hurts like hell, but in the end, after it's all said and done, you forget. I mean, you forget about the pain so much, you have another kid and another kid. So just know, this is your first creation that you are knowledgeable of. Like, wow, I created that. Usually we just create stuff in the simulation because it's created for us, because we're already programmed with these things. This is the first creation that you are aware that you birthed. Like, wow, I created that. I put my time and my energy and my love into something. Like, I planted this seed. Like, when people plan to have a baby versus, I would say, getting knocked up, because it just made me think of the movie, because that's about how comical each one of my situations were. But yeah, you're going to see your creations. That's so beautiful. Like, you're gonna know it by name, just like how you name your kids. You're gonna know this creation because you created it from start to finish, just as if God created you. And that is the power of God. That is the power of God in you. That is the power of being a co-creator with the universe. This is a good time. And I'm going to say this again. Thank you, universe, for allowing me to speak this message to not only myself, but anybody else listening, because this is good. The truth will set you free. It's going to hurt like hell, though.